Alright, let's get into it. Subaru just dropped the new 2026 Outback, and it's clear they've been listening to the market. The quirky lifted wagon we all know, it's basically shed that skin and emerged as a chiseled, boxy SUV. It's a full-on identity shift, moving from a cult classic to a mainstream contender. But with that glow-up comes the inevitable question: what's it gonna cost me? Let's rip the band-aid off. The headlines are screaming that the starting price has jumped by over $5,000, and yeah, that number is real, but it's also a bit of a magic trick. See, Subaru didn't just redesign the Outback, they also kicked its cheapest entry-level trim to the curb. The real story is in the trim-for-trim comparison. The new starting point is the Outback Premium, which lands at $36,445. Compared to last year's premium model, that's only a $1,965 bump. Still an increase for sure, but it's not the $5,000 bombshell everyone's talking about. It's a strategic move, positioning the Outback as a more premium offering from the get-go. So, how does this newly minted SUV stack up against the competition? Let's throw it in the ring. First up, the American icon, the Jeep Grand Cherokee. The base AWD Jeep will set you back almost $4,400 more than the Outback Premium. Even if you get the rear-wheel drive Jeep, you're still paying more for less grip. And when you climb to the top of the food chain, the gap becomes a chasm. A fully loaded Outback Touring XT is over $15,000 cheaper than the top-tier Grand Cherokee. That's not just a gap, that's enough to buy a whole other car. Now, the Jeep does come out swinging with a standard V6 engine, flexing more horsepower than the Outback's base 4-cylinder. But if you step up to Subaru's optional turbo engine, the power figures get a lot cozier, with the Outback actually delivering more torque. In the cargo game, it's a trade-off. The Jeep has a bit more space with the seats up, but fold them down, and the Outback flips the script, offering way more room for your gear. Okay, how about its rival from across the Pacific, the Honda Passport? This is where the Outback's value proposition really shines. A base-level Passport costs nearly $10,000 more than the Outback Premium. That's a massive difference. The story is the same at the top end, with the Outback undercutting the priciest Passport by over $5,500. Power-wise, it's a similar tale. The Honda brings a strong V6 to the party, boasting more horsepower. But again, the Outback's turbo engine counters with a bigger punch of torque, which is what you really feel when you're accelerating. When it comes to hauling stuff inside, though, the Passport is the undisputed champ, offering more cubic feet whether the seats are up or down. But here's the Outback's Achilles heel: towing. If you need to haul a heavy trailer, this ain't it. The Outback maxes out at 3,500 pounds. The Honda can pull 5,000, and the Jeep is a beast at 6,200 pounds. It's a clear win for the competition in that department. So what's the final verdict? The 2026 Outback's transformation into an SUV is a smart play. It looks the part and is perfectly designed to catch the eye of today's driver. And while the price of admission is higher, it remains a killer value. It outprices its main rivals by a huge margin, while still delivering standard all-wheel drive and a ton of versatility. As long as you aren't towing a big boat, the new Outback proves that looking like an SUV doesn't mean you have to be priced like one. It's still the smart, practical choice, just in a tougher-looking package.